It's Sunday off work. Wasn't a bad shift. I'm headed home now, and had some thoughts I'd like to talk about. Um, I think a lot of people go through this life on autopilot. They feel process oriented, if you will, and I wonder how many of those people go through that because they haven't really truly defined their identity or understand their sole purpose. What what it is that lights a fire in them and makes them grow, that makes them fulfilled. I'm not talking like being a parent or whatnot, and that may be the case for some people. Some people, like, their sole purpose may be, to be a good parent, to be an amazing, a good parent growing up. Who knows? But I'm talking about identity and how much of your identity is tied to external influences, your job, your social surroundings, your house, uh, or just anything. How much of your identity comes from here versus out there? And that's kind of what I want to talk about today is identity and purpose. I feel like a lot of people haven't defined that yet. And if you Google it, you're going to find thousands of articles and results on how to define your identity and how to figure out your purpose. And trust me, I spent years going down those rabbit holes trying to figure it out. And it was not, no luck. What one person's idea of finding your identity or figuring out your why was completely opposite from somebody else. And real quick, if the video's shaky, sorry. I drive a Jeep Gladiator. It's on 37s, and we're on the interstate. It's going to be a little bumpy, but I have when I get home, so I figured this would be a good time to record this video and talk about it. Maybe if I get in the inside lane, it'll be a little bit smoother. So, anyways, identity is like, it has to be your foundation. It has to be your anchor. It has to be what you lean into when things get real, when things go to shit. Like, your identity is your default OS, basically. It's your ethos. It's who you are. And it's a lot easier to figure out your identity by figuring out what you're not instead of trying to figure out what you are. So what I mean by that is, or thinking about the things that you aren't. Think about the things you don't believe in. So if you're an honest person, obviously you don't believe in dishonesty. So start writing down all the things you're not, and the things that are left, that's who you are. That's what you believe in. Your identity is what you believe in. They're your values. They're your moral compass. What points you in life. If you believe in respect or communication, or and you can literally go and ask ChatGPT, this awesome resource, to give you 100 or 200 adjectives of characteristics of people, good and bad. Don't be biased with it. Ask it the good and bad ones. Like, be real with yourself. Print that out, put it in an Excel sheet, whatever, and start marking off the things that you're not until you come down to a solid 15 or 20. Then look at those realistically and honestly. Like, not, don't look at it in the sense of how do other people see me. That don't make a damn. Don't worry about how other people see you. Worry about how you see you. The problem is we craft our identity based off of filters, based off of masks of how we think other people should see us. And we get lost in that. Because people's opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. You're never going to have two people with the exact, perfect, parallel opinions of anything. You're going to have similarities, but they're not going to be exactly the same. That's just the truth of it. And when you stop worrying about how you should appear to other people and start worrying about what matters to you, what values do you live by. Then start practicing those values every day. Start consciously, collectively, and intentionally with purpose. Think about the values that matter the most to you, down to 3 to 5 core values, and that's what defines your identity. Then start with, from there, going towards purpose. What is purpose? If we think about it, it's solving specific problems for specific people. When you figure out the values, your core values, what matter to you the most, then you will start aligning with people that share those same values, that have a similar identity as you. Those are your people. Plain and simple. If their values don't match, they're not your people. They shouldn't be in your circle. You can be acquaintances. That's it, people. They're not there to inspire you to grow, or somebody to aspire, or even somebody that is a servant leader with those values. And yes, you can have people that are inspirational, people that are aspirational to be, and people that are servant leaders that have different values, good, wholesome values. They don't have to be aligned, but those people aren't your people. And when you start trying to emulate or look up to people who don't share your same values, then you get lost. Like that, most of the times you may not even understand. True story. It is what it is. You like somebody, you really appreciate them, you really admire what they have to say, what they have to share. That's awesome. But if their identity you don't feel it deep in your soul, then chasing a rabbit, trying to be like that person, or be more like them, or incorporate their views, their lifestyle, their routines, whatever, because it's just not going to be congruent with who you are. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means that your identity doesn't really mesh well with theirs. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you can't bring your differences to the table and grow from each other too, right? You can grow without becoming intertwined or tangled with the wrong person. That's true as well. And then when we move to purpose, when we start understanding purpose, and it's a journey. It's not a destination. It is a journey. Life changes, and therefore we must adapt of ourselves or find a peace. And anybody who refuses to adapt gets stuck. They get stuck in that pit. They don't move forward. Life sucks. They're miserable. They're unhappy. They are unfulfilled. They live life on autopilot, and that's not what life is meant to be. We were meant full, abundant, happy life. Most of us. There is some people out there, they're just, it's a true story. And those people may piss some people off. I'm sorry, not sorry. Truth is, those people, there are some people put on this planet to remind us of why we don't evolve to a better version of ourselves. When we stay stuck, when we use excuses to hold us back, we make it, we accept that as our reality. It's not our reality. You can overcome almost anything. It all starts with mindset. It starts with heart. It starts with discipline, determination, and willpower. But really what it starts with, move. Even if it's in the wrong direction, some movement is better than stagnation. So we get into circling back around, sorry, my squirrel moment. But purpose, you need to find what you're good at. And once you understand your identity, the how will figure itself out. The what you're good at will start to come to surface, and it will start making sense. What problems are you good at solving? You might be like a great listener, or Maybe you're like great at like motivating people to work out and you didn't know it. Whatever the case may be. Maybe like you're really, really awesome at business and solving problems like that. Maybe you're super analytical and you can figure out things in your head so fast that it just blows people's mind. It's gonna be, your purpose will be a tie to your identity. It's a process, and I will tell you that I ended up getting a coach. I got a mentor, and she was freaking awesome and helped me understand my path. And that's why I'm here today, because I truly feel like my place in life, my purpose, is to help people know their worth, to unleash their potential, and to keep moving forward. I really feel like through the things I've been through in life that I can add value and insight, and I can help. I don't have all the answers, but I can definitely tell you a lot of things not to do that I learned the hard way. And when I climb out of things out, I did it myself, and it made me a stronger person. But when you can figure out who your people are through your identity, who you identify with, and then define your specific problems where you put on this planet to solve. When you live in purpose, you are living a life that is like amazing. Yeah, you'll have days that aren't like on top of the world and rainbows and butterflies or whatever, but your good days will outnumber your bad days exponentially. Your mindset will change. Life will become, it will feel more fulfilling. You will feel like you matter. And people who live outside their identity and without purpose, they feel like they don't matter, and it's sad, because there's a lot of good people out there that have a lot of great things to offer this world, and they just don't understand it yet. They can't see it because they don't know how to go down that journey for like true discovery of purpose and identity. Just a little food for thought, some things to think about. If you have more questions, reach out to me. If anything I said resonates, please like and share this. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Forged Firefighter. Also, you can go to relentlessresolve.org. I do mindset coaching. And this isn't a shout out to like push my business. I'm just saying, if you feel lost, give me a call. Hit me up. I just want to see good people know their worth and unleash their potential. As always, have an amazing day, and do what you can to like make one person's life a little bit a day because you're in it. Have a great day.